All right, welcome to Align Trading. Going over today's SPY recap and live analysis before taking a look at what to be watching into tomorrow. I also just wanted to say I have been busy with family for the past week or so and have not been able to do the recaps, but we've still been active in the Discords in the morning, headed out in the afternoons, but we are now back to regular schedule. So thank you for your patience and understanding. But let's get into today and we'll talk a little bit about the past couple of days, kind of what's been going on. So first thing here in the morning in the pre-market brief for Discord members today, I explained that you have to be paying attention to the purple buying continuation and you cannot short it unless we form something too, as we can just continue from this breakout right here of this yellow and blue algorithm, right? Pay attention to this yellow and blue, because what do we see right here? Yellow and this blue algorithm right there, giving you that inverse head and shoulder. And then here at the end of the day as well, this same yellow and blue algorithm if we want to continue. Now, same thing as before, if you are looking for this tapering with this green right here, right? If you're looking for this, it must form. Otherwise, right, we can see that purple buying continuation. Now, right, we didn't have this in regular market hours, but if this was a setup given and we did the same thing, you would see this similar move as you have right here, right? If you're trying to short this, sure, maybe you got a bit of a short on the way down, but we were never fully able to close that inverse cup and handle and continue breaking down back into this green algorithm. And you see that yellow and blue right here in control, and we are just building liquidity and slowly moving higher within that green. Now, we'll go over the 1 minute chart here in just a minute, but I want to talk a bit about what has been going on the last couple of days, more on this same continuation, but we'll take a look at the daily chart and I will talk about this bottom Bollinger and the upper Bollinger right here. So we had this bottom Bollinger right a few days ago. We were looking for the 5-day retest. We did not get that rejection, right? This bottom Bollinger did not continue, and we saw this huge gap up from the election, so we did not even get a chance to close an inverse cup right here, maybe build a handle, whatever it may be, and we initially got this huge move up. And then with FOMC today and jobless in the morning, continuation right here, started with a gap up as well, but we are now at this upper Bollinger, and we have been for 2 days now, which means we can be looking for some sort of 5-day retest. You can see it is about to catch up from below the 20 again, as you want to see when the uptrend begins again, right? 5-day needs to be trending up with this upper Bollinger, and we are getting overextended. We need some sort of pullback here possibly, but do not be shorting it without the structure. Like I explained on the 30-minute, you cannot just force shorts if you were doing the same thing just because the upper Bollinger right here. Well, I mean, look what happens. You have to wait. So this just gives us kind of an understanding of where we are, the market conditions, and what to be looking for. Now here on the 1 minute chart, going over the microstructure and algorithms, as I explained in the pre-market brief, would be looking to see if it was choppy ahead of FOMC, and it was, you can see, just chop all day, even though you still could have traded it, which I did, was able to take calls off of this failed breakdown of that open. We were not able to form this cup and handle, inverse cup and handle, and you also can see that this head and shoulder did not play out. This blue algorithm right here is in control along with this white right here, and you see how we start forming that inverse head and shoulder. You can also see that cup and handle right there once again. So continued taking this trade up right here, and then I explained that I set a hedge right here, grabbed some puts to see if we formed some sort of range back in right here, which we did not, and was able to let my calls continue until I closed them out ahead of the meeting. But you can see that this blue algorithm, right, is just in control the entire day. And then we see this pink as well, forming that inverse head and shoulder once again. Same thing right here. you'll see with this pink algorithm, you can just see how this is in control as we build this liquidity on the way up, slowly moving higher, which we talked about within this green algorithm. Right off the open, we had some stronger buying from this first move up, but slowly started to get weaker. However, we were never able to actually head back down and form this inverse cup back at open and see a handle. If there was going to be some sort of reversal, you would be able to see it like I was explaining. So as we continue moving up throughout the day ahead of FOMC and the rate decision, see that inverse head and shoulder as well as this cup and handle right there. So once again, another scalp you could have taken. We see this blue and pink continuing to build this, right? But we're just really not going anywhere, very, very choppy. And we start to see this tapering algorithm right here with this pink, right? We see this and that head and shoulder starting to form there, as well as this inverse cup and handle within that white algorithm, and you see that head and shoulder there as well. We close this inverse cup, but right, we cannot form that handle to give us that further downside and possibly close at low of day, and instead are just continuing to build this liquidity right here to see if we can make that move higher, which we do into FOMC right here. Take quite some time. Once again, another failed inverse cup and handle breakdown that you can very easily see right here with that inverse head and shoulder as well as that cup and handle. I was running family to the airport, so was not there for the meeting, but you can see right how this continues right here on the way up. So pretty straightforward day with the exception of it being pretty choppy. You can see right with the structures we are trying to form right here, this is a failed head and shoulder. We cannot form that inverse cup and handle, the larger one, and this is just a flag right here. You see this forming this flag, and you see that giant inverse head and shoulder as well as that cup and handle that we are trying to build right here to give that breakout above this level, which also was 5600 ES. You had to be paying attention to that, as that was the reason we needed to see the hold above. Finally got it and got that move higher. So now going over what to be watching into tomorrow. So once again, with this green algorithm, if we do want to head down, pay attention to this head and shoulder that can start to be forming right here. Maybe we form this inverse cup, right, that I talked about, and we start to head down. Several levels you have to be paying attention to in there. Otherwise, we can just be building more liquidity right here within this blue and yellow. Pay attention to that inverse head and shoulder and that continuation. Maybe there's a dip buy opportunity for you, whatever the case may be. Now remember, we are at the upper Bollinger, so anything to the upside here is pushing your luck. Even though we still can see some continuation, it would be nice to see some sort of deeper pullback, even if it is a failed breakdown of this right here, and we build more liquidity like that. I would prefer to get that if I am looking to go long rather than just trying to get in right here for that. That is all for the video, so thank you everyone for watching, and I will see members in the morning.